Hey, congratulations. You just registered for your Talkadot account. Let me walk you through what you can expect to see and what steps you should take to get the most out of Talkadot. Okay, so once you are registered, you'll come to your homepage. The next thing I want you to do is go over to your settings on the left-hand side and click on your settings. What you want to make sure is you got your photo added. If you didn't add your photo during registration, make sure to add that. Make sure your name and email look good. If you have a calendar link, like a You Can Book Me, Schedule Ones, Calendly, or anything like that, make sure to put that into your account so that you can have your leads schedule a meeting with you if they're interested. Whatever social media handles you'd like people to follow you on, add those for your social presence. And if your public profile is not turned to public, or your profile is not turned to public, make sure to turn it to public if you'd like for people to be able to easily find your content. So once your settings are good, what you want to do is go over to the codes section. Now the code section is where you're going to create that slide with the QR code for your audience to scan to give you feedback. Now what you want to do is click on this orange button that says create a new code, or on the left hand side you can create add a code here. Once you create a code, you can have two options for registering. One is our quick mode, which has all of our defaults built in, and all you have to do is create your code name, upload a bonus, like a PDF or something to give your audience as a thank you for them giving you feedback. But if you'd like to customize it and you're on one of our upgraded accounts, you want to click on advanced mode. So let me walk you through this so you can see exactly what this looks like. First step you want to do is create the code name. So if you're, like a leadership speaker, you can create leadership 101, whatever it might be. The code is what your audience will see on the slide when they give you feedback. And you can name it here, something that's helpful for you to remember. That's just for you. So for internal use only, whatever you might want to put, you can put there. Now what you're going to see is our current feedback flow. We've created a feedback flow based on what event planners have told us what they're looking for and how they measure success. So if you like what we have, you can just click next and just walk through. And on the right hand side, you're going to see exactly what your audience will see. And if you make any changes, you'll see those changes show up. So for example, we have a 1 to 5 emoji scale question. Let's say you don't do actionable presentations. You're more of a storyteller or a motivator or something like that. Maybe you want to make it memorable, for example. So you have the options of changing these 1 to 5 emoji questions. If you want to see all the questions at a glance, you can just click on all questions on the left-hand side of this preview panel, and you can see what questions we're asking: engaging, interactive, inspiring, relevant. And let's say you want to jump to one. You can just click on it and jump there and then go to preview, and you can see that we're now focused on the inspiring talk. And again, if you want to hide these questions and you have one of our upgraded plans, you can just click on that eyeball there if you don't want a question to show. So for example, if you want to shorten a survey. However, just so you know, we've had over 1 million people give us feedback, and we're at a 99% completion rate. So you do not have to worry about the survey being too long or anything like that if that's a concern. But if you're on our upgraded account and you'd like to shorten it, you have the ability to do so. So you can go through any of our questions here and really make it your own. If you have one of our free accounts or our pro accounts, this will be built in for you, and you can change it to your ability within your plan. Now, this is an important question here. Do you book paid speakers? If someone says yes, they're going to go into your lead section. But let's say you're not interested in booking more speaking engagements. Maybe you want to book more coaching clients. So you can actually change this lead generation question to, do you want a one-on-one coach, or whatever language you'd want to put. We have this third option here for referrals, so people can refer you to people. If you don't like that, you can hide it. If you want to change the language of it, just click on it and change it to whatever you want. If you want to do a feedback and you don't want to ask lead generation questions, now keep in mind the lead generation question, as we put it, only shows up if people say yes, that they want to hire you. If they say no, our system will skip any lead generation question, just so you know. So only people interested will see it. But let's say you don't want to ask any lead generation questions whatsoever. All you have to do is go to this question and hide that eyeball, and then anything that is lead generation will get hidden, and you don't have to worry about it showing up. So if you're doing a presentation to the same group 5 weeks in a row and you've already asked them if they book speakers on the first 2 weeks, maybe you don't want to ask it on the third week, but you still want to get your feedback and data. So you can just go through here, Make sure everything looks the way that you want, and then you get to the final bonus section. You want to go ahead and upload your bonus. So you can click here and upload a file. So we'll just take like an image, but you can put a PDF or anything like that you want to add. If you don't want to add an upload, you can do a link. So you can post a link here of, any website link, a Dropbox link, if you want to send people to a specific link as their bonus. So when they're done giving you feedback, you'll notice that now this get your bonus will pop up. Now, if you have your calendar link added, people who are leads can book a meeting with you. However, if you don't want people to book a meeting with you for any particular reason, you can just remove your calendar link, or if you want to, put it there. And again, on the right-hand side, you'll see exactly what your audience sees. So once you have this all set up here, this is what your slide will look like. We've auto-generated it for you, and you can just download it once it looks good. And then all you got to do is take this slide right here, insert it into your presentation deck. Let me show you how to do that. So all you got to do is go to your presentation deck, copy the slide, paste it in, and then you're good to go. All you've got to do is now ask your audience to give you feedback. In exchange for their feedback, you'll give them a thank you, which is some resource or material that you've provided for them. And all of your feedback will go into your talks section. You can give more than one talk on the same day, and our system will auto separate feedback based on 30-minute increments. That means as long as you're not giving a presentation and then getting feedback and giving another presentation and getting feedback within 30 minutes, our system will automatically separate them for you. Now, if you don't add your talk ahead of time on the right-hand side, all you've got to do is when your data comes in, it'll have this blue button that says add. Now, if you click on this, let me just move myself out the way. Okay. So if you click on this, it'll just say speaking engagement report. Do you see that right there? So you want it to have some information. So if you click add after your stuff comes in, you can say, sales presentation, who's the event organizer, ABC Corp. And then once you add, if there was an event title like, annual sales training or anything like that, you can add that information and then fill out all of this information as well, whether it's in-person, virtual, how many people were there, how much you got paid for it, so we can keep track of your payments. Hit save changes. And now when I click on this presentation, you'll notice that it says ABC Corp sales presentation report. And when I want to share this data with anyone, all I got to do is click on share, and then go to download testimonials, and I can download my testimonials. If I want to download my quantitative data, I can download it right there. If I want to share this entire report with someone, I can click copy report link and share it with someone. Let me show you what an actual training will look like. So let's go to this one here. An actual report with data, so you can see how many people responded, how many found your talk valuable, how many want to hear you speak again. And then here will be all of the testimonials. And if you click on view testimonial data, you'll be able to see who said what. You can download this at any time as an individual if you like any of these. And then any questions that you put will show up in your report. If you had any custom questions and you didn't want people to see it and you unclicked the make it visible in your public report, you'll see this little eyeball show up. So right here, it'll just be for you. So that's all to expect. The most important thing is click on codes, create your code, which is your slide here, insert that into your deck. And if you want feedback on what's the best practice for teeing this up to get up to 80% of your audience, click on the link in this video and you'll be able to see it.